this match was one of the best match of the season because of this ref. He let everything go. Everything go. My manager, the best manager in the world for me, right? Went to this guy to shake his hand and he refused them. Yo, my hit list right now.
I asked Bukayo one thing: Champions League or Premier League?
Oh, both.
No, Henry, listen. Henry tried it. Listen what Henry asked him. David Raya looked at him. No smile, no smirk, both. I want you to look how serious his face is. This guy, that's what I'm saying. He gives me the goosebumps. The same with William Saliba, the same with Gabriel Magalhaes, the same with Benjamin White. When they're coming out the tunnel, you see all 5 of them screwing the opposition. What a match. What a superb match against Porto. And for me, it was a match of excitement. It was a match of a bit of anger. I felt a bit angry in that match. And for me, most of all, it was a brilliant performance collectively. Individual players, I might have qualms with Saka, man. Saka disappointed me. Saka was on lock. He was on lock. Wendell, I have to give him credit. He's a very good defender. And a few players, Saliba looked a bit nervous. I'm not even going to lie. Saliba looked a bit nervous. But everyone else played okay. But some people had superb matches. We have Kai Havertz. Oh my gosh. When I say Kai Havertz was superb, he was superb. And he's got everything. For me, he's got a bit of everything. Take a look at this. No, that's Kai shoving the manager. I told you about Kai. Kai gets away with murder. He didn't even get a yellow card for that. Not even a yellow. He just got a talking to. I love his aggression. I told you this guy is... the difference between him and Xhaka is that Xhaka does things obvious. And Xhaka is aggressive and he's blatant and he's open. He looks threatening because he's quite stocky. But when you take a look at Havertz, he's just skinny. He looks like he's apologetic all the times. So it doesn't look like he's nasty, he's mean. But he is. I kept telling you that. Listen, watch out for this guy. He's one of the meanest people in our team. And we need players like this. You see, he's got fight. In a big match like this, he's one of the only players that was fighting. We've got a few. And he was one of the only ones. You got Havertz, you got Odegaard, which is very surprisingly. Odegaard was fighting hands and nails. He was fighting everyone on that pitch. Then you got Kivio, superb match. Gabriel, it was about 80%. Raya, David Raya had a splendid match. The little he had to do, he done it well until the penalties. And especially the penalties. He was on fire. David Raya was superb. Man of the match performance. And what else is there? You got Trossard, okay, Saka, poor as I said before. Jorginho, average. Declan Rice, a bit above average. But all in all, it was for me Havertz, Odegaard, Raya, and Kivio. These are the 4 main players. Benjamin White, once again, had a superb match. I see Benjamin White now. Every match he's having a good match. Every match. He's like one of the main performers in the team right now. And I'm happy with that. But Kai Havertz was so good that look what his manager said. After trying Kai at left back, now Nagelsmann is going to be playing him at centre forward. Now I don't know if this story is true, but let's see in the international break where he's going to play on the pitch. This will give us an inclination of how highly these guys rate Havertz. And once again, it's Arteta's magic touch. Arteta is the one that got him into the team, got him playing attacking mid and centre forward, and getting him gaining that confidence to be at that level that he was at Bayern Leverkusen. So Arteta should get the praise for this, because if it was going wrong, he would get the criticism. So by right, he should get the praise for this. Arteta once again done it. Now after the first leg, I've seen this video right now. Look at this video. Now, after seeing this video, I was thinking that, man, this guy needs a toning down. We need to slap Porto properly, hold them and beat them properly to get this guy, show him a bit. Get him to humble himself. He needs to be learnt. He needs to be taught some respect, this guy. Of who the Arsenal is, right? This is what I was thinking after seeing this video. But then a few people were saying it's an old video. It's not aimed at Arsenal. I don't know if it is and I don't know if it's not. But what I'm saying is that this guy needs to be taught a lesson. Especially their keeper for what they've been saying in the first in the first leg. But after listening to his pre-match press conference, I was like, okay, he sounded a bit more humble. Okay, I kind of forgive him. But as soon as kickoff starts, and then a few challenges went in, I'm starting to say I regret even giving him an ounce of forgiveness. This guy, the cheek on him, I'm telling you, this guy, he has the goal. Look what he said. Listen to what he said. He says, Arteta turned to the bench during the game and insulted my family in Spanish. I told him that the person he insulted is no longer among us. Let him worry about training his team, which has more than enough quality to play a lot better. Now, this guy is a sore loser. If I ever saw a sore loser, this guy is. He really thought he's going to come to the Emirates and get the win. That he was so convinced. Even though he looked humble, it was the disguise. This guy was wearing a disguise. I thought it was he come on an humble thing, an humble mission. But the way he reacted after the match shows that he wasn't. Now, he's saying that Arteta insulted his family. I don't know if it's true, but I doubt it. I very much doubt it, because this guy has a run, right? He's got a very, very important track record that we need to remember. Take a look at this. This is when they played Man City. Yeah? Look what he had to say. Look what he had to say about Pep. He spoke about our country using ugly words. What? Ugly words. Guardiola's attitude was extremely unpleasant. The whole Manchester City dugout was. Because if anybody should have been complaining, it was the Porto bench, because we were extremely hard done by. This guy, he's a sore loser. So you see, he's got a track record. It's not the first and it won't be the last. He done it the same thing. So look what this guy said. Santi saying that, listen, he did it against Chelsea, and now he did it against Chelsea, he did it against City, and now he's doing it against Arsenal. Right? So it's not the first. He's got a track record. So this is what I'm saying. I don't necessarily believe this guy. No, look, my manager, the best manager in the world for me, right, went to this guy to shake his hand and he refused him. Mate, my hit list right now. Whenever I see Porto playing, I'm gonna be on them to lose. Whoever team if they're playing against Tottenham, I'm gonna be rooting for Tottenham to win. That's how bad it is with this team. And this guy, as what I said before, he started off like he was on a humble thing, but no, he wasn't. He was on a mad one. Look at him. Refused. Look at Arteta shaking his head like, oh, I can't believe this guy. Look at, man. As what I said before, that this match was brilliant. It was awesome. It was end-to-end. It was exciting. It was a brilliant match for the neutrals also. But I see a few Man United fans and a few Chelsea fans, a few rival fans, I should say, that's been saying that, man, they've wasted 4 hours of their life because they're watching it, saying that at some point Arsenal's going to slip up. At some point. And they listen, based off history, let's take a look at history. Based off history, they would be correct in insinuating that we will be knocked out, especially when we're playing these hard fixtures, these difficult ties, these end-to-end. Look at this. 2011, knocked out by Barcelona. 2012, knocked out by AC Milan. 2013, knocked out by Bayern Munich. This following year, knocked out by Bayern Munich again. 2015, knocked out by Monaco. 2016, knocked out by Barcelona again. 2017, knocked out by Bayern. 2024, we went through. So we see that it was over a decade. We've been going through this, and we finally break that curse. We finally got through to the quarterfinals after trying so long. And for me, it was all down to Mikel Arteta and his team. The team weren't performing as well, but Arteta brought us over the line. With key moments for Trossard scoring that goal, that was a superb. And another key moments, not just one moment, key moments for Raya. Now, as what I'm saying, that I wish this referee could referee like every single match in the Premier League. It was a superb match. This match was one of the best match of the season because of this ref. He let everything go. Everything go. Even Premier League officials would be looking at this and squinching, saying, oh my gosh, that's a bad tackle. And we know that the Premier League is one of the harshest league in the world in terms of certain bad challenges. Because in Spain, if you touch someone, they fall over, it's a foul. Same thing with Portugal. Most of the European teams and countries, They operate like this. But Premier League is a harsh league. It's a hard league. And this referee looks like he's cut from that cloth. It was brilliant. I love this ref. This ref is one of the best ref in the world for me right now. The way he officiated it looks like he's in charge. He's telling off managers, giving Arteta yellow card, giving Porto's manager yellow card. He was in charge, but he let everything go. I love it. I love the way. Listen, I have to wax lyrical about this official because when officials are bad, it gets on my nerves. So when they're very good, I will make that a point of duty to highlight that. And he was very good. I think his name was Clement something. And they said that it's Trossard's brother. But yeah, it was absolutely magnificent on the night. Now, Raya picked up the man of the match. And there was no one else that deserved the man of the match than David Raya. David Raya. Listen, everyone is now saying he's now our number one. Everyone. Before, it was majority of the fan base based off what Ramsdale done in the last match. It was majority of the fan base that saying, listen, Raya is now our number one. Now, everyone is saying it. Every single fan is saying that Raya is our number one. I knew it was a good because people forgot that he saved the penalty sometime this season. A few months ago, he saved the penalty this season, but because we were playing so poor, everyone forgot about that penalty. I think we lost that match, and because we were so poor, everyone forgot about what he done. But I didn't forget because I basically gave him credit in the video. I gave him credit for how he played and the penalty he saved, but everyone was on his back for making mistakes, for doing things. But now everyone is saying that, listen, this is our number one. And the way it is, I love listen, look at this. Now, Henry's asking him.
I asked Bukayo one thing, Champions League or Premier League?
Oh, both.
No, Henry, listen, Henry tried it. Listen what Henry asked him. One question. Champions League or Premier League? David Raya looked at him. No smile, no smirk. Both. I want you to look how serious his face is. This guy, that's what I'm saying. He gives me the goosebumps. The same with William Saliba, the same with Gabriel Magalhaes, the same with Benjamin White. When they're coming out the tunnel, you see all five of them screwing the opposition. And we saw with Ramsdale when he was playing, I criticised Ramsdale. He's the only one that's looking forward in the back line. Because you know the back line is supposed to be the aggressive players, the defenders, the keepers, supposed to be the psychopaths in the team. Ramsdale's looking forward. Dead. Boring. But you see David Raya. Look at this answer.
Ask Bukayo one thing, Champions League or Premier League?
Oh, both.
He zoomed in on his face as well. Was like,
Champions League or Premier League?
Oh,
serious. You know he
Ask
means it.
Bukayo.
I love that from David Raya. I love that, man. I'm so we won this match, and he was a key part in winning this match. It's about his confidence, his cockiness, believing that, listen, we can attain it. And we need people like this in the team because for too long we've been having players in our team that don't look confident. They're giving some shaky answers, and that leaks inside the fan base. Because our fan base, sometimes we should be more confident. We're not, because we've been scarred so much. And our players need to be aggressive. They need to be confident to the point that is leaking out as arrogance. They need to be arrogant. And so we as fans could back that up, because when you're arrogant, when you're confident, you're going to play like you are. You're going to play like you're best in the world. And we as Arsenal fans, we can get behind it because we know we are the best. And then we can operate and celebrate like we want to for a long time. We don't have to be hiding our celebration thinking, is this going to be pointless like last season? Some of us celebrated too early, got embarrassed. That shouldn't be happening again. Our team needs to basically let our faith that we place in them be manifested by lifting the trophy at the end of the season. And David Raya says he's going for both. So are we, David Raya. So are we. Now, another thing why I said that I love this keeper. Another thing why I said I love this guy. Take a look at the contrast.
Concentrate on a game of football for 90 minutes. I'm finished. I can't do it. So that's why I get involved with the fans and I'll sing along with the songs. And someone's giving me abuse, I'll turn around and I'll give them a bit back. Yeah. I've had me 2-3 minutes of sort of madness in my head, straight back to the football. Yeah, okay. I've got 10-15 minutes of pure concentration again. Next thing you know, half time.
Ramsdale said he can't concentrate for 90 minutes. He can't do it. That's why he has to be winding up fans and getting involved in certain things. He can't do it. Well, a lot of people saying that, listen, there's nothing wrong with that. Right? There's nothing wrong. He's just being honest. But look, listen to my number one. Listen to what my number one.
You get drained after games being a goalkeeper. Maybe not leg-wise, but mentally you have to be so focused, and since the first minute until the last minute, you cannot switch off for 1 second. You know, you see sometimes players that they can switch off for a few minutes because they're not involved. But keepers, you never know when you're going to be involved. So you have to switch on and.
He said you can't be switched off as a keeper. You're out. You always have to be on alert because at any moment something can happen. Do I need to say anything else? Do I need to say anything else about why my preference in this guy? Why I prefer... Now, I've been saying this from day one, that Raya's my number one. I've done... Listen, I think it's like my second or third video on this channel was about the comparison between David Raya and Aaron Ramsdale. My second video I've ever made on this channel is about those two. And if you go back and watch that video, you can clearly hear me say that I give it to Raya. I want Raya to be our number one. It's not the shiny effect, because you know some fans, when they get linked to different players, the shiny effect make them thinking, I want that player, I want that player, I want that player. It's not the shiny effect syndrome. He's the best in the Premier League at high claims last season for Brentford. When I done the research, that's what I saw. The best at high claims in the Prem. One of the best in terms of saves. One of the best in terms of distribution. Behind Alisson, I believe. Number 2, playing for Brentford. All these different stats as a keeper, he was on top of in the top 5. Most of them higher than Ramsdale. I think Ramsdale was higher than him in about 2 or 3 of them, but it's only because of the way Arsenal played. That's why Ramsdale was there. If Raya was playing for Arsenal, he would have been there. Any keeper would playing for Arsenal, they would be there because of the way we play. But apart from that, individual brilliance, Raya came out on top. And man, I love Raya. I love him. And this guy was so critical of his play. I saw him tweet out that, listen, I should have had 3 saves. I should have had 3 saves, but nonetheless, I got 2, so I'm still happy with that. Even after winning the match, winning the Man of the Match award, saving 2 penalties, he's still critical of himself. That's accountability. That's the keeper I want. That's the guy I want between my sticks. I trust that guy. Because he's holding himself accountable. Even after saving 2 penalties, he's still being harsh on himself. I love that. Man, David Raya, I could be talking for the whole night on David Raya. Trust me, he's that good. Now, this guy, legend, absolute legend, Thierry Henry.
You know what? We want to watch along how that played out up where we were watching, which is somewhere over there, up where we were watching that last penalty that got saved, the Galeno penalty. We can show you about 30 seconds or so of that, because you know what? Mr. Thierry Henry left the building. Didn't even need to see it. You knew what was coming.
It's the way he put the ball down. It looked suspicious to me, so I left.
You can't tell from
Oh, he knows. That man knows ball.
Long gone.
Henry left the building. He didn't even see the goal from Galeno. He didn't even see Galeno take the kick because he knew that he was going to miss. I tell you, man, once a fan, always a fan. Now, first it was Piers Morgan. You see the last video with Piers Morgan saying, Havertz. It led to a goal. Now, Henry's taking a page from Piers' book. Henry's taking a page from Piers Morgan's book, predicting the outcome before it even happened. Man, he was actually walking out the door when the penalty got saved. Man, and trust me, he's a top legend. Look. He deserves a hero celebration. This guy has been one of our best players, if not the best player in our history. For years, he's been performing. So we're gonna get behind him, and now he's in love with the club again. Because you could tell when a lot of players, a lot of fans, and even ex-Arsenal players, was fell out of love with the club for the past 15 years. They fell out of love because of how we've been performing. But now you can see everyone is back in love. Everyone is back again. Even some fans that have betrayed us and jump on the bandwagon of another team are coming back. And I will say, welcome home, son. Welcome home. Back to the Arsenal. Now, after you see what Porto manager tried to do, listen, there's still love in humanity. Humanity is still there. Even though we're fans, even though we're rival fans, look at this. This is what we love to see. swapping jerseys. Awesome. This is a wholesome moment. We love to see as fans. We don't want to see any war. We don't want to see any fight between fans. We want to see love and peace. I love this. This made my night. Yes, it did. Now, even though I was so disappointed with Saliba's performance, man, one thing I have to give this guy, though, he knows how to celebrate. William Saliba is a celebration master. Look at this celebration. The way he was celebrating, like he's on fire. He doesn't know what to do with himself. This guy, you can see the passion, you can see the love for the badge. He's holding up the badge, kissing the badge. You can see the love. He said it all along that he's an Arsenal fan. From when he was a childhood, you see the photos of him when he was a kid in an Arsenal kit. So you can see how much this means to him. We haven't been this far in the Champions League since William Saliba was about 7 years old. 7 years old. Yeah, about 6 to 8 years old, I would say. Between those age, we haven't been this stage in the Champions League. So you can see how much this means to him. His boyhood club, his childhood club, and bringing them there. Man, the overwhelming passion that he's feeling, I can only imagine. Trust me. Awesome moment. Love it, Saliba. Look at the passion. Look at the passion. He knows what supporting Arsenal is all about. As I said before, I don't want to see any fights. I don't want to see any violence, but I like a bit of aggression. I'm not being contradicting right now. I love a bit of aggression. I love a bit of passion. I don't like violence, but I love a bit of aggression and passion. And this is it. Look after the match. He's always ready for that fight. Never mess with Gabriel, man. Saliba, you might get away with. But Gabriel, his head is so hot, man. His head is hot. He's gone. Look at him. Arteta went at school and you got some teachers, some small teachers, and they see some guys having fights. And this little small teacher tried to go in between them and they just throw them all over the place. This is how Arteta looks. Arteta was being manhandled by all the players. He tried to pull them back, he couldn't manage them. And it reminded me of Xhaka last season when he pulled back Xhaka. Xhaka actually listened. Magalhaes ain't having it. He flicked off Arteta. And that wasn't disrespectful, by the way. So I know some people might say, oh, that's disrespectful. Nah, it wasn't disrespectful. It was just the passion in him, wanting to get to that player, wanting to sort it out. But thankfully, he didn't get to, because that could have potentially be a card. Even after the match, that could have been a card for Gabriel, or even worse circumstances where he could have got banned or something. So thankfully, he didn't actually do nothing. Now, I know that money don't mean much to most fans, but look at this. Arsenal secured 91 million in prize money by reaching the quarterfinals of the Champions League. A record results in club history. Now, once again, I know some people don't care about the financial side. Some people said, oh, I'm not an accountant. I don't care about the money, just sign the players. But you have to understand, even if you don't care about it, the club does. The owner does. And the board does. So, we need money to flip it and make more money. And how we're going to flip it is by buying better players. Now, to get 91 million already, listen, we haven't even won the Champions League yet. We haven't even won the Premier. And we got 91 million just like that. This is not to mention the TV rights that's coming from the Premier League. This is just for reaching the quarterfinals. I'm 91 million euro? Come on. You know this summer we're going to be spending. We're going unlimited budget, even though I think we only need about 3 to 4 players really, but then we can buy a premium, not worrying about money afterwards. So that's the video, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe and share. Help me on my journey to 1,000 subs. Looks like we're going to be reaching there very, very soon. Make sure you like, subscribe and share. Share this with all your mates. Share this with all your friends and hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the match, your feelings, how you were feeling, how you were celebrating. Because I saw a video with Ian Wright. How Ian Wright was celebrating. If you're not celebrating like Ian Wright, you're not a true fan. No, I'm just joking. Some fans are quite modest in their celebration. I'm not. I'm all over the place like Ian Wright. You get me? Those are true gunners. The feelings, the emotion, the passion. Those are the true fans. Once again, I'm joking. No, I'm not criticizing you fans that celebrate modest. Yeah, well, I'm not on that. I'm everywhere when we score. I'm everywhere when we win. That's how I celebrate. So make sure you subscribe and like and share. Catch you in the next one. Goodbye.